This is News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Eric Morton of WDWNT.com. Please like this video, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell to make sure you never miss the latest from Disney theme parks around the world. Here now is the news for May 19th, 2025. Very quickly before we get started, we just want to remind you about our big Muppet Vision 3D event coming up June 5th through 7th. Tickets are still available at agloriousfinale.com. You can meet and see the Imagineers that were behind this amazing attraction, and then we're all going to go see it one final time together on that Saturday, the 7th. The park ticket's not included in that, but all the panel discussions and all the other stuff are on the website. That you can stream it at home. You can come attend, you get the full version, or there you can sit in the cheap seats for a little bit less money. Either way, we try to have something for everyone. We're very excited about this event. Another quick note, I just got back from Disneyland. A lot of us have been at Disneyland for the 70th anniversary. You may have noticed last week we're trialing this. Arlo wanted to take a crack at doing Disneyland News Today again once a week. So we're going to give that a shot for a while, and everybody support Arlo as he gives this a shot. Try to get the Disneyland News Today show going once again. Let's get to the news, shall we? Disney Experiences Chairman Josh D'Amaro thinks Universal Epic Universe will draw more visitors to Walt Disney World instead of pulling guests away. When asked about the new Universal Orlando Resort theme park at the Moffett-Nathanson Media, Internet, and Communications Conference, D'Amaro said, "We're always on the offensive. We're constantly investing for the long term, fortifying each one of our theme parks." He added, "If something is built new in Central Florida like Epic Universe, that draws new visitors, and that tourist is going to have to visit the Magic Kingdom." That was via Variety. He told that to Variety. Epic Universe officially opens May 22nd. It's just about 15 minutes from Magic Kingdom, and brought 3 new hotels to the area: Helios Grand Hotel, Stella Nova Resort, Terra Luna. Stella, Terra, Luna, Nova, mix all those words. They've got a hotel for it. The worlds of Epic Universe are Celestial Park. That's the center hub of the park. Dark Universe, that's your Universal Classic Monsters. Super Nintendo World, How to Train Your Dragon, Isla Burke, and the Wizarding World of Harry Potter Ministry of Magic, or as a lot of people call it, Wizarding Paris. D'Amaro also talked about the new Disneyland theme park coming to Abu Dhabi. The unnamed park will be Disney's 7th theme park resort. "We knew there was a demand for Disney product around the world," D'Amaro said. He explained their decision to build in Abu Dhabi because 1/3 of the world's population is within a 4-hour flight radius of the city. He called it a crossroads for the world. D'Amaro echoed Bob Iger's words about the new park being Disney's most technologically advanced, calling it the most advanced and interactive destination in our portfolio. He said Abu Dhabi will allow us to tell stories in a completely new way. Disneyland Abu Dhabi, it's the placeholder name for it right now. It's being constructed and will be operated by Miral, with Disney overseeing creative development. The guests lost their hat on Tiana's Bayou adventure at Magic Kingdom, and, well, they decided to go looking for it, forcing the ride to stop and evacuate. In a TikTok that we have on our site, shared by user at Faith1213Hill, a guest caught video of a man walking alongside the Tiana's Bayou Adventure ride track flume as he was searching for his lost hat. The user explained in their caption, "Mama was just trying to get a cute video of us coming down the drop. Instead, she caught this man risking it all for a hat. The ride had to be stopped. We all got evacuated. Disney rules: keep your arms, legs, and common sense inside the ride at all times." That was according to the TikTok. The video starts as a log comes down the final drop there. Just as it arrives in a loop following the bridge, a man appears walking along the ledge next to the flume. With his phone out, he scans the water. A cast member over a loudspeaker says, "Stop walking." He continues walking. A guest behind the camera aptly says, "That's not a good idea." Cast member once again instructs the guest, "Stop moving, stand exactly where you are." He continues to walk back and forth on the wet ledge, looking into the water. What makes you think he's going to follow instructions at this point? We're past the point of no return there. Though nothing he says was caught on video, someone behind the camera explains the man said, "I lost my hat." Eventually, the person filming says, "Oh, they're getting him now," as cast members apparently approach, although they were not visible in the video. Someone jokes, "Hey, follow me to the exit. Sorry about that. You lost your hat and you're privileged to be here." The video ends as Louis the alligator announces, "Seems like a temporary delay." Of course, we have the video on our site if you want to check it out. Getting off a ride, of course, before the designated exit, especially one that has a lap bar, by the way, and then walking along a ride track. That's against safety protocols. Very, very dangerous. The water of Tiana's Bayou Adventure makes it particularly dangerous. You could slip and fall. Also, you may get wet. That's what they say, right? Guests must stay inside the ride vehicle at all times and follow instructions from a cast member. Of course, if you lose something on an attraction, just tell the cast member when you exit they can safely search the ride. They might even replace that item for free. As the guest narrating the video alludes, the man walking along the track was likely removed from the park and banned for, we don't know. We don't know if he was banned. We don't know what they did, but yeah, folks, please don't do this. In our last update, there weren't many signs of the refurbishment when approaching Cinderella Castle. However, there was ample signage indicating that there were no show times for Mickey's Magical Friendship Fair. The show is usually performed on this stage several times throughout the day. None of the stage's flooring has yet been removed, but there are still many signs of wear and tear. The grid of black tape, which acts as markers for the performers, has now been removed in preparation for refreshment work. One area near the right staircase looking out at Main Street, USA, has a sizable crack in the concrete which could cause injury if someone were to trip over it. This is likely one of the repairs that will be made during this refurbishment. The last major refurbishment of the Cinderella Castle stage took place last summer. That refurbishment lasted around 3 weeks, involved completely replacing the worn flooring of the stage. Because the flooring was replaced last year, the refurbishment might be a bit shorter, maybe a simpler project just to repair some of the wear and tear and cracks. On the Walt Disney World website, no performances of Mickey's Magical Friendship Fair are scheduled through at least May 18th with regular, was that yesterday? I guess it's probably back today. Sorry, this is a story that was published a couple days ago. However, the refurbishment may be extended further depending on the extent of the work. Crews have reinstalled additional pieces of the Astro Orbiter at Magic Kingdom as the attraction refurbishment continues. In our most recent update, the center column that controls the ride's rockets was added back onto the platform above the Tomorrowland Transit Authority People Mover. Now, the central metal framework pieces, which house large white orbs, well, those have returned as well. The newly refurbished white orbs light up at nighttime and appear almost like planets or stars or some kind of celestial bodies as guests experience the attraction. The previously orange elevator shafts, which take guests up to the ride platform, have been painted gray. Kind of a common trend these days, right? This could be a permanent change to remove the bright orange color. Maybe it's primer. It's hard to tell just yet. We'll see. The Astro Orbiter closed for refurbishment back in January of this year. The attraction was quickly dismantled and removed from the park to be refurbished off-site. Earlier this month, we also reported that a crane was stationed in Tomorrowland behind those construction walls. The crane was being used for the ride's reinstallation. Disney has not yet announced the reopening date for the attraction, and Astro Orbiter is still listed as closed through at least July 8th. That July 8th is as far out as the calendar goes right now. So the ride could still potentially reopen sooner, depending on the speed of the reinstallation. The Astro Orbiter at Disneyland Park, that's with the O, Astro Orbitor, as opposed to our Astro Orbiter. I don't know. The one at Disneyland underwent a major refurbishment last year. Like the Florida counterpart, the ride was also deconstructed and removed. Of course, that one's on the ground, probably a little easier to do than the one that's way up there. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, Be Our Guest Vacations. Your dream vacation begins with Be Our Guest and their concierge team of expert vacation planners. Head over to www.nt.travel and their team will design your next magical vacation from Disney World and Disneyland to Disney Cruise Line to Adventures by Disney and so much more. The best part, of course, is their concierge services are 100% free. And if there were an audience, I would have them shout free. So book today. Walt Disney World has announced the dates and early details for the upcoming 2025 EPCOT International Food and Wine Festival. The Food and Wine Festival will run from August 28th through November 22nd of this year. This year's festival will offer over 35 global marketplaces located throughout the park. These menus will also feature kid-friendly and plant-based options alongside the regular menu items. The full list of menu items for each global marketplace will be released at a later date. Of course, Emil's Fromage Montage is confirmed to return for the 2025 festival, offering a selection of cheese dishes from various global marketplaces in Epcot. Guests can collect stamps in their festival passport as they try these dishes to work their way to a complimentary treat. Remy's Hide and Squeak scavenger hunt will also return this year, inviting guests to find Remy as he hides throughout World Showcase. A map and identifying stickers will be available for purchase at Epcot to help guests keep track of Remy. Little Chef will be hidden in different World Showcase pavilions where he has collected ingredients. Once guests have found all of Remy's hiding spots and completed their scavenger hunt, they will get a special prize. And it's not food and wine without the Eat to the Beat concert series. This year, no exception. Performing at the America Gardens Theater in the American Adventure Pavilion, this concert series features returning favorites and local acts spanning a variety of eras and genres. A full lineup is going to be released at a later date. Admission to these performances is included with EPCOT Park entry, and seating is available on a first-come, first-served basis. Guaranteed seating is offered with the Festival Concert Series dining package. The Festival Concert Series dining package will include a meal at a participating table service restaurant at EPCOT and guaranteed seating at an Eat to the Beat concert at the America Gardens Theater. Reservations can be made via the My Disney Experience app or the official Walt Disney World website. Living with the Land will also get special seasonal displays for food and wine. You can watch our video last year's overlay in our YouTube channel here for a better idea of what you might expect if you're attending this year's festival. You can also check out our full guide for 2024. That'll give you some pretty good cues as to what's going to happen this year. Disney first teased a Sleeping Beauty magnet and then officially announced it would be Maleficent. The final artwork was released recently with her staff and horns sticking out over the top of the D-shaped border. The D is in lime green with Walt Disney World in white and annual pass holder in dark green. Pass holders can pick up the complimentary magnet at Creation Shop in EPCOT during VI Pass Holder Summer Days from May 14th through July 31st. Signs outside the shop point guests to the magnet pickup. Pass holders must present their valid annual pass and photo ID. The magnet's release comes just before the May 27th premiere of Disney Villains Unfairly Ever After. That's going to be at Hollywood Studios. VI Pass Holders Summer Days offerings also include the return of a pass holder exclusive lounge in EPCOT's Morocco Pavilion, 40% off of select table service restaurants, and a 20% discount off select styles on DisneyStore.com. The JAMMitor cleanup crew is now breaking it down into new custodial costumes that made their debut at Walt Disney World earlier this week. Just yesterday, custodians around the Walt Disney World Resort began wearing those new costumes, which were revealed by Disney in a video last month. Custodians previously wore all white, but the new costumes are two different shades of blue. They consist of a button-up short-sleeve top and pants or shorts. The JAMMitor group, which performs in various locations around the World Celebration area, were among the cast members who wore the previous all-white costume. Now, they debuted the new look as they performed their syncopated sounds in EPCOT. Each member of the JAMMitors is wearing shorts instead of pants. In the original video, a matching baseball cap was seen when we took photos yesterday. We also encountered cast members wearing a white and blue bucket hat. Two of the JAMMitors, however, are wearing floral baseball caps and others wearing a floral bucket hat. The floral pattern hats may be unique to the performers to help differentiate them from other custodial cast members. We don't really know. About the new custodial cast member costumes themselves, the pants or shorts of the new costumes are a darker shade of blue that is close to teal. The shirt is a light blue with the dark blue under the arms and running across the center buttons. The hip bag included with the costume is also the same teal blue color. Designers took feedback from cast members when making the new outfits. They're made of a more lightweight fabric with UV protection and moisture wicking. They have additional pockets for storing supplies, and the pant length is also adjustable thanks to buttons around the ankles. These new custodial costumes are the latest new cast member costume at Walt Disney World. There's a wave of all these changes. We go over these very often. You know, parking got new ones. The Voices of Liberty got new ones at EPCOT, where they're rolling these out property-wide. So keep your eyes peeled. You might see something new. Disney is asking guests to no longer pin trade outside the Pin Traders gift shop in EPCOT. It's been a years-long tradition for guests to set up post outside Pin Traders with their pin books and bags open on the sidewalk. Since this area is close to the gift shop entrance, made for an easy spot for guests to meet with each other and trade pins in an easily accessible location. However, a recent policy shift is no longer letting guests linger around the Pin Traders with the goal of displaying their collections. Cast members are now asking guests to move to the breezeway between Creation Shop and Connections Eatery. When we arrived, we saw guests already trading in the breezeway with their pins displayed on nearby tables. The move might be in part due to space constraints. Guest relations told us there were also potential solicitation issues. Some guests outside Pin Traders would tell other guests to go inside the shop, purchase a specific pin, and then bring it back out to trade. I don't know if that's true. This is against the rules of pin trading, which is not supposed to involve the seller sending their trading partner to purchase something specific in a store. With trading moved to the breezeway and further from the shop selling pins, maybe it makes it harder for that to happen. I don't know. Pin traders we spoke to said cast members told them they would be banned from the parks if they were caught trading outside Pin Traders. However, guest relations cast members said guests would not be banned, just asked to move. Guests can still casually pin trade with each other and cast members throughout the park. They just can't set up shop at the entrance to Pin Traders. The move also comes as more pins are released for the pin kiosk in World Celebration Gardens and Disney Traders in World Showcase, though there is no confirmation that the events are related. I will say, recently it started getting pretty bad. It It was a bad look. You walk in the park and you have pin traders just on the ground for days, it seemed. It felt like walking through the straw market if you've been on like a cruise to Nassau, Bahamas or something. It was a really bad look. It looked, or maybe Times Square vendors throwing their stuff out, to try to sell it. It just looked bad. So, hey, give them a spot where they can be comfortable and out of the way, some tables. Pin trading is a big deal. If you want to celebrate pin trading, give these people a good spot to trade pins. And yeah, underneath Spaceship Earth in a narrow walkway is probably not the best spot. I think it's good that they have moved and it's to a shady spot. Maybe remember the pin trading tables? Let's have that, big dedicated pin trading area. I guess that's what they're turning the breezeway into. I haven't been there to check it out myself, but you pin traders, let me know in the comments. I'm curious how this whole thing is affecting the movement of pin traders. A new Frozen zippered art kit featuring Anna and Elsa is now available at the Norway Pavilion. That is selling for $24.99. The kit is available along with other Frozen merchandise in the Fjording at EPCOT, which is also the exit gift shop for Frozen Ever After. The exterior of the case features Anna and Elsa in their outfits from the first Frozen film. A holographic snowflake made from triangle shapes expands just beyond the pair, along with some smaller snowflakes and dots. The interior of the kit is light blue with 4 elastic pouches for storage. The kit comes with a set of colored pencils, markers, a ruler, and several other artistic items. However, purchasers could certainly add supplemental supplies to the case because there is a lot of extra room there. The back of the case is solid blue, and the zipper features a smiling Olaf charm. Olaf is standing with his arms stretched out for a warm hug, I guess. Several new Norway-inspired themes have also recently arrived at the Norway Pavilion at EPCOT, including a collection with Mickey, Minnie, and Spaceship Earth under the Northern Lights. This program is brought to you by Unlocked Magic. You can get your Walt Disney World and Universal Orlando tickets for the lowest price out there. Join the hundreds of 5-star reviews and thousands of families that have been able to help save with over $10 million in ticket sales alone. You can find them at unlockmagic.com/WWNT to help you save money on your next trip to the Orlando-based parks. Check them out. Disney has once again extended the validity period for the Disability Access Service, or DAS, at both Walt Disney World and Disneyland Resort. When Disney updated their DAS service in 2024, they extended the validity period from 60 days to 120 days. This means that once a guest qualifies for the service, they do not need to re-register until that time period has elapsed or they purchase a completely new ticket. In September last year, they further extended it to 240 days. According to this latest policy change, guests who register for DAS can now qualify for up to 1 full year or for the length of their ticket, whichever is shorter. The new validity period is reflected on the DAS pages for Walt Disney World and Disneyland Resort. That change means that guests who visit the parks regularly will not need to re-enroll in DAS nearly as often. Guests who currently have an active DAS pass will likely still need to re-register after 240 days is up, as Disney has not stated that the old passes will be converted to the new policy. Disney's previous update to DAS restricted eligibility to just guests with autism and similar disorders, leading to a lot of controversy, tons of controversy. We're not done with that fight, by the way. I think there's a lot still left to do on that front. Guests with conditions like narcolepsy, terminal cancer, ambulatory issues have been denied the service. It's been very public. A lot of these instances have taken place, upsetting a lot of the community, obviously. A class action lawsuit was filed against Disney and partner Inspire Health Alliance, alleging the updates to DAS are discriminatory. A few months ago, Disney extended the window during which guests can register for DAS from 30 days to 60 days. They also significantly changed the wording on their DAS pages regarding eligibility this January. This change removed the word only from the description of qualifying individuals, possibly expanding the service to other types of disabilities. We don't know, but we know that this is important to a lot of people out there. We'll keep our eye on this. We found a lot of new merchandise around Walt Disney World property this week. Here are some new merch highlights. And by the way, I found a ton out at Disneyland, but maybe Arlo will be covering that on Disneyland News Today because, was my trigger finger tired from taking all those pictures of merch out there. A sleek new Mickey Mouse purse by Dooney and Burke is available at the Walt Disney World Resort. This is at Uptown Jewelers in Magic Kingdom and other designer purse locations. It's $198. A new Walt Disney World Pandora jewelry charm is available at jewelry counters throughout the parks. We first spotted the charm at Uptown Jewelers in Magic Kingdom for $50. A new Princess Jasmine t-shirt is now available at the Souk Al Maghreb shop in the Morocco Pavilion at EPCOT. That one's $34.99. A series of new short-sleeve striped t-shirts featuring Mickey, Minnie, Donald, and Tigger arrived at Walt Disney World this week. The shirts are available in Disney style at Disney Springs for $39.99. Finally, Her Universe released a new line of Disney princess-inspired athletic dresses at Walt Disney World. The dresses are available at Run Disney Shop in Marketplace Co-op at Disney Springs. The athletic dresses retail for $69.99. They feature Rapunzel, Ariel, Cinderella, and Aurora. Disneyland Paris will open a new seasonal Star Wars-inspired terrace featuring roaming characters later this month. Lounge Lightspeed is the name. It's an outdoor terrace tucked under the life-size X-Wing atop Starport. While Starport is already home to Star Wars meet and greets, other characters will appear at the lounge. Some of these have been confirmed to include those BDX droids everyone loves that arrived at Disneyland Paris for May the 4th. And according to the concept art, Stormtroopers also will be there. Disneyland Paris also teased a familiar little droid at the bar waiting to be sent to the factory for reprogramming. There are a couple cute little droids. I think we can narrow it down to one or two. Developed by Walt Disney Imagineering and sponsored by Coca-Cola, Lounge Lightspeed will serve drinks and Star Wars-themed snacks. Its story is linked to the adjacent Star Tours, The Adventures Continue. The space is made of metallic structures accented by neon lights and music. It has a capacity of about 50 guests and offers unique views of Disneyland. Lounge Lightspeed will be open from May 31st through September 17th of this year. It will be open from 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. daily. World Premiere, the reimagined entrance to Walt Disney Studios Park in Disneyland Paris, is now open. World Premiere replaces the backlot-inspired Disney Studio One, which closed 1 year ago. The interior space has been updated with a movie premiere theme. The exterior still resembles a studio, including the one on the front. The transformation of World Premiere Plaza, which is behind World Premiere, will continue in the coming months to be ready when the park's expansion opens in 2026. Disneyland Paris shared a video of World Premiere on Instagram showing off various features, including the Disney Theater Marquee. This was installed last fall. The marquee is inside, acting as a gateway to the rest of the park, so guests feel like they are stepping right into the movies. Disneyland Paris said in a press release that this reimagined entrance sequence now transports guests to the heart of a Hollywood premiere under a permanent starry sky. Here, guests can stop to eat at the Hollywood Gardens restaurant, stroll through the elegant Mickey's of Hollywood boutique, or admire Disney and Los Angeles references scattered around every corner. World Premiere also leads the way to the many theaters of World Premiere Plaza and serves as a gateway to the various immersive worlds such as Marvel Avengers Campus or World of Frozen, the latter opening in 2026. The last line references the future new name of Walt Disney Studios Park, that is Disney Adventure World. Some of the studio backlot theming still remains. Guests pass a Disney Studios facade. Hollywood-inspired elements include a Walk of Fame featuring the names of Disney characters. The Hollywood Gardens restaurant is the remodeled restaurant en coulisses. Did I say that right? Tell me, French speakers. Guests are now enjoying an outdoor garden party celebrating a movie premiere with the Hollywood Hills in the distance. The Disneyland Paris shopping Instagram also shared a video of Mickey's of Hollywood boutique, new gift shop. It features homages to Mickey and Art Deco touches. The golden Mickey statue at the center of the store was designed by Disney animator Eric Goldberg. The gift shop includes a Pandora counter with Disneyland Paris exclusive jewelry. The park will be officially renamed next year with the opening of the Adventure Bay expansion, including World of Frozen and a Tangled ride. A Lion King area will be added at a later date. Construction has begun on a new Spider-Man themed land at Shanghai Disneyland, making this the park's 9th themed land and 3rd major expansion since its opening. According to social media posts from the Disney Parks and Shanghai Disney Resort accounts, the new land has officially broken ground with a ceremony held on the morning of Monday, May 19th. That's today, but there was a long time ago today, because it was in Shanghai. Leaders from Shanghai Disney Resort and shareholder representatives were there to celebrate the groundbreaking on the new land, which will be located adjacent to Zootopia. The land will feature the park's first major Marvel-themed attraction, a roller coaster themed to Spider-Man, which was confirmed at D23, the Ultimate Disney Fan Event in 2024. The land will also include shopping, food and bev, and entertainment. Few details have been confirmed about the roller coaster, but Disney Parks blog shared the following description after the announcement at D23. Peter Parker has gotten himself and us in a bit of a tight spot. We're going to follow him at very high speeds to get us out of trouble. Shanghai Disney Resort announced that a new attraction was coming to shareholders back in March of 2024. In April of that year, a municipal planning map was found that showed a forward and reverse launch coaster. According to a new interview with Miral Group CEO Mohammed Abdallah Al Zabi, Disneyland Abu Dhabi will be an indoor theme park. According to a post from local radio station Dubai Eye 103.8 on LinkedIn, Al-Zabi shared in an interview with Brandy Scott on the Business Breakfast that the new park would be indoors. As you know, we have done all of our theme parks indoors, so Disney will be an indoor theme park, stated Al-Zabi. He's the CEO of Miral Group, by the way. It's also the operator for SeaWorld, Yas Island, Warner Brothers World Abu Dhabi, and Ferrari World Yas Island, which are all indoors as well. In an interview following the announcement of a Disney resort coming to Abu Dhabi, Disney Experiences Chairman Josh D'Amaro said the theme park would make use of both indoor and outdoor space rather than be entirely one or the other. We're being incredibly ambitious in terms of architecture, use of indoor and outdoor space. One of the great things about the piece of land that we'll be building on is it's right up against the water, so we'll be pulling water into this resort. He said that on CNBC. The United Arab Emirates and Yas Island, where the resort currently referred to as Disneyland Abu Dhabi will be located, are known to reach temperatures of 100 degrees Fahrenheit and even up to 120 degrees Fahrenheit in the summer, so keeping guests comfortable in the weather is certainly a factor in constructing this new Disney destination. According to Skift, many outdoor parks in the country have to close during the hotter periods of the year. Disney CEO Bob Iger said during the company's Q2 earnings call that there did not seem to be any place that is better than Abu Dhabi for a new Disney park, and that the location was, quote, a perfect place for us. Plans may have changed since tomorrow's initial comments, but the park is still in such early development that I guess anything is possible. Tomorrow himself even said the possibilities are endless. The new Disney park will be fully developed, built, and paid for by Miral, with Disney leading creative design and operational oversight. Disney has said the new park will be very modern and their most technologically advanced theme park. As we said, the first modern castle is going to be featured in this park too. No opening timeline has been set for the resort just yet. Of course, you can watch the announcement here on our channel. For the absolute latest on these stories and all those that did not make it on today's show, be sure to check WDWNT.com and follow us on all your favorite social media platforms. You want to support us? Well, you can support the entire team behind this show and others by joining the WDWNT Interglobe Society at patreon.com/WDWNT. Get access to exclusive content, discounted show and event tickets, and more. A special shout out to all the WIGS members watching who make this show happen each and every week. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Eric Morton saying, enjoy the rest of your today and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.